There are a couple of different reasons why I enjoy playing Rust. One of those is to drop someone and take their stuff and just ruin their day just for a quick minute. But what if you could add to that and not only change someone's day when you take something from them, but change their whole day when they come to try and take something from you? Yeah, well, we're going to raise your IQ with these seismic sensors and the industrial kits. Add a little bit of electronics, and all of a sudden, raiders are going to have a very bad day. So what do we do here? Well, as soon as an explosion sets off this seismic sensor, it sends a pulse out. Well, what if you could send that over so that it triggered your conveyor and your loot to move that loot to a different part of your base when it's only a couple of doors away from them getting into your main core, your main storage area? For this super simple setup, all you're going to need is 2 switches, 1 memory cell, 1 blocker, a button, and 6 branches. The only thing that requires 2 power is this button that is acting as a reset for your memory cell and to turn the conveyor off. Every other branch here is set to 1. Each one of these systems for 1 barrel costs only 6 power. Each additional barrel that you add will need its own conveyor, which adds 1 power for every barrel added to this system. Currently, I've got 2 barrels set up, and we're going to show you how this works. Here comes the boom. Oh, you can see the conveyor turned on. And we're going to watch all of this move out. It takes about 6 seconds for it to activate. And it's gone. No raider is going to get in fast enough to get to that barrel. I mean, they can now because it's empty. But where did it go? It went over to the other side. It's all right there. Now we're going to do a quick reset. Turn that conveyor back off, and we're going to send it back. Oh, there we go. It's turned on. You can see that memory cell's on, conveyor's on, and it's moving stuff. Barrel's empty. No raider's going to get to that. Relatively easy setup. Let's do reset. Turn that conveyor off. Reset the memory cell. Okay, so how does this work? Got the power coming in to a switch. I always pre-switch every configuration so I can shut an entire section down if need be. Very first one comes out. You can follow this blue line. Comes down, around, back up, and into the blocker. Now, why do I have a blocker? That's just in case I don't want that loot moved and I happen to be there. I can flip that switch and I know that even if they get close, nothing's going to be pulled from that barrel. It's kind of a dead man switch. From that blocker, we go up into this memory cell. The right side, the output, this orange line, comes up, goes all the way over, and then comes in to the on switch. Your second line runs directly over to power the power on of your industrial conveyor. The third line, the green line, comes up, over, and goes to your seismic sensor. Now this sensor I've got set currently to 3 meters. You can configure that to however far you want it to be. From there, it comes out the top when it's triggered by a seismic event and comes back over. This green line comes down and in to the set on the memory cell. Next line, your yellow line. That goes over to your dead man switch that goes into the blocker. And the last line, this purple line, comes into your reset button, down, around, triggers that, sends one pulse over here to your memory cell to reset it, and it sends the other leg all the way over here to your conveyor to turn off your conveyor, resetting the entire system. Now, what do you do if you add more barrels? You configure each new barrel with one more conveyor, and then you just put them into combiners to send them all to your new location. Effectively, you can move this loot around and round and round your base to multiple destinations over and over and over. And the amount of boom that a raider will take trying to get that from you, well, that's entirely to how big your base is and how many loot rooms you want to have. But let's go ahead and see this one more time. Fire in the hole. Conveyor's on. About 6 seconds, and there goes the loot. It's gone. Barrel's empty. We're going to follow this orange pipe down, around, into this barrel, and there we go again. It's all moved. It's all there. They're still busy a door or 2 or 3 away, depending on how far away from your loot room you want to set that seismic sensor up. And they are none the wiser that everything that they had that was of any value has now been moved out of their core somewhere else in the base. Let's go ahead and do this one last time. Triggered. Memory cell is on. Conveyor is turned on. Loot is gone. And following that turquoise pipe, there it is again. So yeah, go ruin a raider's day. Move your loot before they can even get to it. Hope this helps. If you like this, do me a favor, give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, by all means, hit that subscribe button. Have a great day. Enjoy your rust.